Hello everyone, and let's talk about Last Night by AK Landow. This is book number 5, and this is the final book in the City of Sisterly Love. There are 2 novellas, so I still need to read those novellas, but you need to read books 1 through 5 before you get into the novellas, and this is the last book. For this particular one, we are following Melissa, who is this lady here, and then the male interest doesn't come in until quite a bit later. We've got the first bit with just Melissa. The male interest is Jackson, so that's him. This one, Melissa, okay, so Melissa, I hope this does not get confusing, so I'm going to explain this the best I can. Melissa is the mother of 3 adult men, and she is 52 years old. Sorry, not Jackson. Jackson is Melissa's ex-husband. Okay, this is not Jackson. This is Declan. Jackson is, so Melissa is a divorcee, or she is a divorced woman, and she is, like I said, the mother of 3 adult men, and she's 52. Jackson, who is her ex-husband, you find out that she grew up in a very kind of like a strict household and ended up pregnant before marriage and knew that would be a bad thing, and so she and Jackson got married out of obligation, not out of love, and decided to keep the baby, and so they started their family, and they never grew to really love each other. And so they ended up getting divorced when the children were of age, like adult age. And now Melissa is trying to find, her ex-husband has found his true love. And she is a little jealous. She wants to find her own true love. And so she's been on, a bunch of dates. Like there's actually a date counter at the start of a lot of her chapters. Like let me find one that has... Not all of them have the date counters, but okay, like date count, this one has a date range, 97 to 115. And so she's talking about going on these dates. She still has sex with a lot of these men, not all of them. What I appreciated is with her perspective, she talks a lot about how people will lie about who they are to get out on dates. For example, one guy said he was taller than he actually was, and it was like a whole foot difference. And people put up false pictures. They, just people lie. So that is just really frustrating for her. She happens to go on a date with said guy that lied about his height, and that is when she runs into Declan, because she needs to take a break from this guy, and there's instant attraction and chemistry between the two. Now, Declan is a recovering drug addict, and that is a recurring topic in this. He does talk about that, and is willing to end his relationship with Melissa because he is afraid of hurting her because of his past and doesn't want to do that. He is the father of a teenage daughter as well, and yeah, so... It's a romance between the two. Declan does go to Africa for a little bit. He is hired to do a photography shoot in Africa, and then comes back and gets back with Melissa. And in the meantime, while he's in Africa, Melissa dates other men. And it was just, they happened to meet at this restaurant. He walks her back to his place. He makes her have a great orgasm and then leaves for Africa. And that's the one and only encounter she has with him until he comes back and finds her again. And then it goes from there. So that is this story. We are following her as she is trying to find this love after seeing her husband get remarried, finding his true love, being proud of her boys who are adults and have found their true love. And she is wanting to find a true love. And then there's a question of her being worthy and her being lovable. And a lot of that, especially being 52 and just wondering if she's missed her chance at finding love. So I appreciated that topic. So that's what this is. Very much adult. It is very sexually explicit. So do make sure you are of age before you pick this book up. And you do need to read this series in order. So just as a reminder of that, this is a self-published book. AK Landow is self-published. And this one was published in 2023. And there was no audiobook available when I read this book. So your content and your trigger warnings, depending on how you feel, could actually be representation as far as the divorce and drug addiction recovery, being in recovery, being talked about. And then, of course, the other content in your trigger warning is you have sexually explicit language and sexually explicit content. So, yeah, something to be aware of. As far as representation, it is going to be up to your imagination. Now, in case you also have, like I talked about earlier, again, depending on your perspective, it is marrying for obligation because you end up pregnant before marriage, versus not marrying, marrying for love, which would be the preference. And the other thing that some people like would be this trope is Declan is possessive of Melissa, gets irritated when other men try to talk to her and things like that. But for her, it is a turn on. So anyway, do with that what you will. All right, now in case you're still on the fence, let's talk about the words in case there is one that passes your threshold. Now this edition is 319 pages. So we have the following word count, just so that you know what's in here. And a lot of these words will be sexual in nature, and that way you know if one of these words passes your threshold of tolerance. We have damn 26 times, hell 20, shit 21, abortion once, fuck 53, threesome 12, the word God 27, not in a religious context, orgasm 29, masturbation twice, come COME 49, bullshit twice, penis 3, fondle once, molest once, asshole 8, dick 12, pervert 4, jerk off 4, ass 15, wet 14, nipple 13, breast 8, hard 19. And some of these words will pop up more than I have tallied, but I tallied them when they were in the sexual content or context, and it could be bothering to some people versus something like hardwood floor. Or the wall was hard when I ran into it. But anyway, you get what I mean. Okay. Bulge 4, turn on 18, erection 5, piss 7, hammer once, lips once, clit 13, juices 5, spears once, down on 3, balls 5, squirt once, ejaculate once, porn or pornography, pornographic 5 times, get off 6, kink twice, swinger 3 times. There is talk of someone meeting at a swinger party. Dom once, sub once, ENM, which is ethically non-monogamous. That was something new that I learned. Twice, the phrase goddamn twice, pussy 12, cock 37, tip 8, grind 5, ride 5, still more, still going, sausage 3, thrust 6, entrance 5, secretariat 4, boy toy once, DP, double penetration once, hoe once, slut twice, bitch once, motherfucker once, pound twice, wet dream once, horny twice, arousal 6, the name Jesus twice, not in a religious context, the name Christ once, not in a religious context, tits once, boob twice, tent once, cock block once, damn it once, drive 3 times, impale twice, hilt once, folds 4, semen twice, screw 3 times, fluid once, stripper twice, erotic 4, bastard once, climax once, hooker once. Oh, this was a new one that I learned. Satan, what is it? Oh, Satan's doorbell twice, which I found out is another term used at times for clitoris. So, that was interesting. Pre-ejaculate once, weeping once, blow my load once, shaft twice, base once, waterfall once, slam once, handjob once, batshit once, and pop cherry once. So those are the words. Now you know if something's going to pass your threshold in a 319-page book for something that you can tolerate. There are a couple of things I underlined. You can't help someone who won't help themselves. When you're in the throes of addiction, you'll say and do anything to secure your next high. The heart wants what it wants. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to the outside world. We can't control the past, but we can control the future. Which I agree to a point, because there's still a bunch of unforeseen circumstances that can arise. But anyway, I'll always be a work in progress. Love that. So let me know if you've read this series. Again, make sure you read this series in order. That is said by the author themselves in a note in the one of the books. And yeah, let me know if you've read this book. Is this a series that you would possibly be interested in reading or not? Or is this, knowing what's contained in this, is this not for you? And that is perfectly fine. Let me know your thoughts. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.